Why, hello my friends. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Happy New Year to all of you that are watching this video. Best wishes for you for this year, many blessings, and I hope that all your dreams come true, that you're able to accomplish all of your goals for the year. If you are new to my channel, hello again, my name is Delia. I'm on a budgeting journey to pay off debt. I started budgeting in my mid-30s on and off. For the past 2 years, I've been more consistent with it. I do a zero-based budget, which means I assign every dollar in our paycheck a place to go. We were over $35,000 in debt. I know it sounds like a lot, but with budgeting, we've been able to lower it to about $15,000. I share all cash stuffing videos here on my channel, Budget With Me, Monthly Budget With Me. It's all budgeting ideas, everything that I'm doing on this journey to financial freedom. If you find these videos interesting and you'd like to follow me on my journey, please consider subscribing to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be doing a list or priority bills or brainstorming all of my bills, everything that I'm going to be paying for the year 2024. Everything, for example, all of the priority bills, mortgage, electricity, water, those are priority bills, things that you have to pay or otherwise you can be shut down. You can also call them our monthly expenses, everything that we pay or that we have to pay. I will also be brainstorming my sinking funds. These are special savings that I want to put money aside towards these special categories. We will get more into that later on in this video. So for priority bills, something that's very important that we cannot stop paying is our mortgage. That's one of our, I think for many of us, that might be the highest bill that we have to pay. You have to pay rent, you have to pay mortgage. It's either rent or mortgage, but I think that's where mostly all the money goes each month, at least for us and for many people. I call that a normal and a must, right? We all have to pay rent or mortgage. I mean, if you're responsible, if you have a house or you're living on your own, that's something that you have to pay. Like, you can't avoid it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, we would all like to avoid it at least 1 month and then try to save that money to pay off some debt, but that's not possible. So that's one of the main priority bills for me, and that's the one that I like to include mostly at the top of the list. Also, I mentioned at the top of the list because that is one of the bills that has to be paid in the beginning of the month. Then we have to pay electricity. We can't live without electricity, water. Also, we have to pay the sewer. That's something that where we live in the area, we have to pay sewer fees. We need gas for our vehicle, and we do live far from the big town, the big city where we have where we do our grocery shopping. So I always like to set enough money aside for our gas for our vehicles. And I'm glad gas, it went down and then it's going up a little bit, but I'm glad it's not as high as it was a couple months ago. Another thing that's a priority for us is grocery bills. We need to eat. We need money to eat. So that money is a priority. Every time I go to the grocery store, it's a big shock to me. Like, $100. I feel like I always have that surprised face. Like, there's this one video that my brother-in-law sent me, and it was about a woman paying, I think it's on TikTok somewhere. I don't spend my time on TikTok unless someone sends me a video. I'll watch it. He sent me this video where there was this lady, she's at the grocery store and she's trying to pay and she's all complaining like, no, please, I don't even want to see the amount of my total cost. And she's like screaming like, no, like this is so hard on me. Well, that's how I feel. My eyes are staring at the little scanner where the LCD is, where the price of all the groceries are. I'm like, no more. I was teasing the cashier. I was like, can you stop when it says 100? But I was like, I'm just joking. You go ahead. I mean, I would want it to stop at 100, but we do need all of these things. So those are two little stories there of things that happened. Phone bill. We need our phone bill. I think I mentioned that in the area where we live in, a good company where we get service is Verizon, because we don't live like in the main city. Other companies that we've tried before and we ended up spending more money or paying more. We tried these other different companies and I had to pay like all the connection fee, $35, and then I went from one company to the other, which that's another story to tell one day. Verizon is our phone provider. It's pretty expensive, but it's what's working for us. Then we have our car loan, which the second bill from all of our priority bills, that is the most expensive. But I mean, it is what it is. We have a vehicle that works and drives us where we need to go. So we have to have our car bill, internet, and car insurance. Internet is not like a priority. Like if you didn't have a lot of money, then you could go without it. But it's something that we like to have. Not everybody needs it, but it is a bill that I like to include in our priority fixed expenses since it is the same amount every month. And as I mentioned, if we were very broke, which we are, I feel like we are broke, but we can still afford to have internet. Okay, car insurance, that one is also one of the priority bills, something that we have to pay. We have to pay it every month. You have to pay it every month, but we pay it every year. So once a year, we save money by paying it this way, which it was really expensive this time. And I owe some of it to my credit card because I didn't have all the money saved up to pay our car insurance. So hopefully this year I can start saving right from the first paycheck. And then we're moving on to our sinking funds. These are things that, or bills or money that I'm setting aside to different categories. For example, car maintenance. My husband went today to the store to buy the stuff to get the oil change, and I didn't tell him anything. I think he's going to use the credit card, or normally I would say, honey, I have money saved up in an envelope for car maintenance for the oil change, and he gets all excited. He's like, thank you, I'm glad you saved it. Well, this time I didn't tell him anything, and he didn't ask because he knows I don't have money at the moment. We are broke. My last video was a couple months ago, and the video said I'm giving up because in that time I felt like I was giving up with budgeting. I was giving up with everything since I feel that our bills are more than what our earnings are. So I was having to use my credit card, and I didn't have money set aside for anything. And whenever I would set money aside, it would go to bills. So I think I did give up for a while because I wasn't cash stuffing anymore, and I wasn't sharing my videos with you all. So I feel encouraged this year to keep sharing these videos with you all because it also keeps me accountable. And sharing these videos help me just stay on track and also share with you all my journey and hopefully encourage you all that it's possible, because there are times when I'm just feeling down and things aren't going well. I pray that this year is a better year for all of us and we are able to continue our journey and not give up, because I did. I gave up a couple months ago. I don't know if I said this before, but I wasn't keeping track of my budgeting. I was just putting all the money in that envelope that you get at the bank, and I was just paying the bills from there. And then the extra money that we had, I was like, oh, yay, extra money. Let's go to Culver's. Ooh, extra money. Let's go to Cane's. We did that a couple of times. And I felt like I gave up. Like I don't really care anymore, which there is a big result of that. I am in some credit card debt, but it's not all because I intended it to be that way, because some things were unexpected things that just came up. And that's why I am writing right now emergency. I want to set money aside for an emergency. For example, my son needed glasses. That was unexpected. He got a letter from the school. We kept procrastinating because things that were happening here with family, unfortunately, things are not going too well, and I do not want to be sad and I don't want to cry because I want to keep positive in all this. But if you could all pray for my mother-in-law, her name's Olivia. She is in ICU at the moment for a hemorrhage stroke that she has on New Year's Eve. So we were at the hospital, and if you could just keep her and the family in your prayers. I don't want to get too much into detail about that. I will just burst out crying here. Yesterday I went to work and I feel like I was gonna have like a breakdown at work a couple of times. It happened like 3 times. I was just remembering a couple things, family stories that we've been through, and then I just wanted to cry. And then a little girl took tamales to school and for lunch, and then I almost cried because of that, because that's what we ate for Christmas. And my mother-in-law said that this year we were in charge, my sister-in-law and I, to make the tamales. We used my mother-in-law's recipe, and she's like, okay, it's time, like you guys are ready to do it on your own. And that's something that got to me yesterday. But today I just want to try and keep positive of everything that's going on. I don't want to cry, and especially when I have my son with me, I don't want him to know how critical the situation is, so I try to not cry in front of him. So going back to the sinking funds, car maintenance, as I mentioned, I want to keep money aside for car tags, oil change, tires. My husband had to use his credit card to get tires for the car, and the credit card bills are just piling up, and I'm just so sad about that, because that's part of, I feel like it's my fault since I'm managing our finances and I'm not putting money aside for any of this, things that are going to happen, things that we're going to need throughout the year. clothing. We need clothing. My son's just growing and growing. He needs shoes. Christmas. I want to save for Christmas this year because I didn't do that last year. And I know since I wasn't sharing videos with you all, I don't think I mentioned to you all how we did Christmas. We just did one gift exchange since things are not going well financially with the family. So we just did one gift for everyone. But the kids, my son and my nephew, since we were spending Christmas together, we all gave gifts to the kids. Still, it's something that I want to budget for. We need money for Christmas. Toiletries, I also need money for that. Medical, I already mentioned emergency and savings. I'm doing a voiceover because something happened with the audio of this video, in case you had not realized it yet. And credit card, I want to put money aside here. Besides me paying my credit card payment, I want to set some money aside, that way I can start saving to pay off the debt there. And then also Hulu, which is our only streaming service that we have. And yeah, just save money. That's my main goal. Save money and sinking funds and not spend the money, because this past year that just passed, it didn't go well. Money that I was setting aside, I was using to pay off debt, but then I fell more into debt. And sometimes I feel like I want to get a better job. Like I want to get a job where I'm making more money, but my husband says, no, don't do it. Like, this is a good job right now. I'm working part-time as a math interventionist. It honestly stresses me out because I do a lot of things at home, and I don't think I can function if I have a full-time job. I know that I probably need to consider it to pay off debt sooner, but as of right now, I'm trying to save as much as I can with the income that we have and just work to pay off debt and set some money aside for the sinking funds. Well, friends, I think that's going to be it for this video, me brainstorming my sinking funds for 2024. Let me know in the comments below what your sinking funds are. What are your bills? Just give me a list. I'll probably share your comment in the next video. I know that some people will find that interesting. They'll probably want to know what other people's bills are. What are their main bills? What are their sinking funds? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so you weren't able to see my notebook. So another sinking fund was haircuts for my hubby and beauty. I want to set money aside for my haircut. Like, I don't even cut my hair. I know it's gotten really long, but I need a haircut. I need to trim my hair. I do it at home, but I need to pay a professional to do it. Also, I have like really dead ends. And then pets. I have a little puppy. I need to take him to the vet, and my other dog, he's a Boston Terrier. He's 2 years old. He needed the shot Bordetella. I paid over $400 in vet bills just for their shot. So, well, no, they also gave me like what are they called? The heartworm medication. So that was pricey as well. But yeah, friends, I need to save money. We all need to. Hopefully this year's a great year for all of us. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. May God bless each and every one of you all. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Bye, friends.